Hey guys, it's Max Convexity. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. It's about 11:47 here in the Central Time Zone. Let's look at these four Defiance option strategy funds, see how we're looking on the day. Let's start with IWMY. IWMY trades Russell options. This right here is I'm going to try to turn off some of these other indicators so it's less complicated looking. This right here is a 30-minute chart of Russell. The profit box is where we want to be, preferably closer to the top of it, which is right about where we're at now. Looks like Russell opened this morning right here, sold off underneath the box, and now we're rallying. I would imagine we rally the rest of the day. I think that yesterday was just a one-day sell-off. That's my opinion. It's just an opinion. We'll see. We shall see if that comes to pass or not. All right, so let's look at the spreadsheet, see what the spreadsheet says. We sold the option at the 1960 level for almost 20 bucks, so we need a price between 1940 and 1960. That's what that profit box just showed us. Right now, the market's trading at 1956. So and we need 1960 for max profit, so we're 3.31 points inside max profit. So instead of making $1 million right now, realizing $1 million, which hopefully we'll realize by the end of the day, we're up 846,000 at this point, 17 cents a share. All right, let's look over here at SPX. Boy, SPX looks strong. Same pattern though, kind of sold off first couple of hours this morning, then just started rallying straight up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that one's a full profit. We don't even really need to look at the spreadsheet. We will just to make sure it's all right. We sold the 48.65 strike for 24 bucks. So we need a price of somewhere between 48.40 and 48.65, right? All right. Well, the current price is 48.81. So we're well above. And so the $576,000 we're attempting to realize right now, we're ahead $576,000 or 9 cents a share. Great job, guys. Great job. Let's look over here at NDX. NDX is what the QQQY trades. All right, so same pattern. Sold off this morning a little bit right into the middle of the box and then shot straight out of it. Nice job. Market's finally cooperating with us today. Yesterday was kind of a bloodbath. Nice job, guys. So let's look at the spreadsheet, see if it agrees. We sold 159 options at the 17,220 level for $111. So you subtract 111 minus 220, you get 17,108.95. So that's our break even and our max profit right there, those two numbers. And right now, we're trading at 17,250, which is 30 points above 220. So we're well into max profit land. $1.7 million is what we're attempting to realize today. All right, that'd be nice. That's 63 basis points or 11 cents a share. Now let's look at TRES. Now TRES is on fire. This freaking fund is on fire. First, let's look at a chart of TRES. We have a no-go box or a no-profit box on, well, not TRES. We don't want TRES. We want to look at TLT. To study TRES, we need to look at TLT. All right, so we have a no-profit box. These are not daily options. They do a little different strategy. And I'm also looking at the profit box for TLTW, which is just a standard covered call strategy. So TLTW wants the market to end up somewhere in this box but before this date. This is when these options expire right here. That's why I drew the box out to there. All right, well, so right now they're capped. They're over max value. Maybe they'll roll out to another one. Who knows? I don't really follow TLTW that close. I may start. I'm just following it to compare strategies with TRES because they're both Treasury funds and they both try to monetize volatility off the TLT options. TLT, like I've mentioned before, is the SPY of bond funds. It's a big government bond fund and it's an ETF. All right, so this is the no-go zone. The no-go zone grew a little bit on us overnight, and it may grow again tonight, but anyway, the price keeps going up. So the way the no-go zone works is we don't have a loss unless we close in that zone, and we've been going up on the TRES. So, the other thing I want to say about the no-go zone is you can profit underneath it either. This is a valley of death. We don't want the TLT price to end up inside of this. If for some reason a black swan happens and the market goes the other way and shoots through this to the other side, there's profits on the other side as well. So this is a long volatility trade. It's a different trade than any of these other option funds do. And this is the kind of trade that if this is all they do, then this would be an eroding fund. Everyone thinks I'm saying that these funds can't erode. No, they can erode. The ones that do long volatility strategies and buy options can erode. Now, I don't think they're going to buy options all the time. I bet you they switch to a different kind of position that takes advantage of volatility collapsing. But anyway, they made a really good call to go long volatility when they did in the TLT. Look at this on the option calculator, option strat. Okay, there's our valley of death right there, the red part. But the price has just been going straight up. The thing is, don't tell these guys about a capped upside, that option funds cap your upside. I mean, Jay heard that and he said, hold my beer, my upside's not capped. Look, I mean, if this thing keeps rallying, they can make $197,000 for investors or whatever. No upside cap. When you're long vol, you don't suffer the upside cap. That's just when you're short vol, and that's what happens when you sell calls. Anyway, should be interesting to see what happens. The calculator says they're ahead about $62,000. My spreadsheet, I think, said $54,000. I'm conservative and and assume that you get a bad fill. I don't use a midpoint or anything. If you're selling, I make it on the bid, and if you're buying, I make you buy on the ask. So anyway, or just to simulate these prices. Like, for instance, these guys sold this option, this bottom option, they're short 325 of this bottom option. Well, so if they go to buy this back, the option's trading at 535 right now. Well, let's look what the option's trading at. It's trading at 520 to 535. I could use a mid price, and that's probably why this calculator has a higher price, but I'm not. I'm just assuming they have to buy it back on the ask, and they have to sell it on the bid. Same thing, this option's a big profit for them. You know, but they have to, if they were to close that now, I'm assuming they could only sell it for 460. They wouldn't get the mid price, or they certainly wouldn't get 475. But I think that's the reason for the discrepancy. But in any event, we're up somewhere between, or they are up somewhere between 63,000 and whatever I said, 54,000. In either event, it's a nice profit. Also, I was going to say this fund added some shares. They now have more positions. They added some options here. They have like 370 short, something like that, 375 short and 750 long. They added them in the same ratio. The reason I haven't put them in here yet is because they don't give us intraday trading reports. I don't know what their price was on those options. So if I put it in here, it would just mess up my calculations. But the fund is growing, and they're adding options. And hopefully they'll start posting trade reports where I can actually see the fills, and then we can keep track to the penny of what they make or lose, just like we do on the other Defiance funds. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll be back after the market closes. Thank you very much.